There's a 12-year age gap is what we're talking about. So if I'm 30 years old and I'm talking to your son that's 12 years younger than me, what's the problem?
Do you understand?
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
My problem with that would be is that you have more experience than he is, and I would want him to live his life a little bit more before dealing with someone that's seasoned. I have 2 children, 2 sons.
I have a son as well. So, I mean, I think even when I think about Jay-Z and Beyonce, whether you're talking about me or Jay-Z, what's the difference?
I wouldn't encourage my son to date someone that's 12 years younger than him either. So immediately, like the conversation went to the comparison. I hold both parties accountable, and I wouldn't like either of that, any situation like that.
Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Now here's the issue with what Brittany Renner had to say. At 18 years old, a dude at that age, he's not old enough to buy you a drink. He's not even old enough to go to a club. He can't even rent a car in most places to go on a road trip. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but majority of the time, a person, whether it's a female or a male, at 18 years old, they won't be ready mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially at that age to be compatible with somebody in their 30s. Of course, there's exceptions, but let's be real, they're just starting off their adult life. And also, when it comes to a woman's side, it's not common for women in their 30s to try to date somebody that's 18 years old or even 19 years old or even 20 years old. That's not common. Usually, if you do catch that big of an age gap, it's gonna be the other way around. But even then, even if it's a guy trying to date an 18-year-old female, it's not the wisest thing. They're just starting off. They have no life experience. A person at 18 years old, most likely they just graduated high school. But you at 30, most likely you're ready to settle down, maybe have kids, have a family. And when it comes to a woman in their 30s dating an 18-year-old guy, how is he even gonna support you and support a family when he's probably just working a lower paying hourly job because he's just starting off in life? He may not even be working at that time, getting ready to go to college and deciding on a major. Most likely at that age, he doesn't know what he truly wants in a woman yet and just getting ready to get his feet in the dating game. Probably had a couple girlfriends, in some cases maybe not have a girlfriend at that time. In either cases, you've already experienced an adult life, and that person at 18 years old is just starting out. They haven't experienced life yet, so it makes no sense to date somebody that young. There is most likely going to be some growing pains that comes with their 20s. For instance, they're probably just starting to realize who they truly are. They might want to have a career change in their 20s, move to a new city, move to a new country, maybe even wanting to explore the single life and see what it feels like not to be tied down to a relationship. Or maybe they don't even want to be tied down to you and want to experience what it's like to date somebody completely different. We have to be honest. These are things that happen in their 20s. People change. And with that big of an age gap, most likely there's going to be some major changes. And the person might come to a realization they're not compatible with you. Or you might come to a realization that you're not compatible with that person. They're not the person they used to be at 18 years old. Completely different at 20, 22 years old. It's almost like dating somebody that young with such a big age gap is a recipe for disaster. Of course, there's going to be exceptions, but if it's 42 years old dating a 30-year-old, that is more acceptable because most likely both of you have had life experiences and most likely are more mature and ready for a serious relationship on both sides. And from what Brittany Renner is saying, you can't lie. That is a huge age gap. What would make somebody in their 30s want to even date somebody at 18 years old? Are they trying to groom them? Things that make you go, But this definitely brings more clarity on her mindset when it came to PJ Washington, her baby daddy. She was 26, 27 years old, going to his games while he was a freshman at Kentucky. He was only like 18, 19 years old at that time. So she was doing more scouting than an NBA scout. She was definitely trying to secure that bag and get an 18-year guaranteed check with that baby that she popped out for him. 18 years. She got you for 18 years, PJ. But you can't blame nobody but you. So guys, let me know what you think. And with that being said, I am out.